Um, you know, next thing I know, there's 12, 14, SUVs, unmarked vehicles, 2 cops kind of get out of the car, guns drawn, put your hands on your head, get out of the car. I see this helicopter come, from behind, just like some crazy, I don't know, like a Bruce Willis movie or some shit. I thought they got the wrong guy at first. I thought it was they thought some, drug lord or some child porn. I don't know who would have done such an atrocity to warrant all these cars and helicopters and all this crap, so if they said Mr. Feldman, I knew, well, that's me.
John Feldman and his wife Amy were both in total shock over the raid. They say that these law enforcement officials went through everything, including their underwear, and they felt very violated by that. They felt their constitutional rights had also been violated, all because Amy had picketed lawfully.
They didn't find their spray paint, after spending whatever their $300,000 or $400,000 of tax money that I'm paying, to raid my house, and they found obviously nothing. They're, obviously trying to silence me and to scare me into not speaking out for the animals and not speaking up against these, huge, multi-trillion-dollar companies that, test on animals and kill innocent lives.
This is about more than just animal issues. It's about freedom of speech. We, as Americans, have a right to discuss the state of animals in this country. And it's an important issue. It needs to be discussed, and people have a right to picket lawfully.
In the end, we took them to court. We sued Santa Monica police, and we won. So here I am, and it made me, all it really made me do is just fuel the fire more.
It is just too horrific.
Funny to think I trusted you. Funny to think that I have spent my whole damn life supporting you. Funny that I believed in you. Funny I thought that you'd be there if I should ever call on you. So now I'm jaded. Friends turn to enemies.
Please don't ever be afraid of stating radical. All the best people in history have been radical.
Now that I know you work for them, now that I know your life is based around such lies and corporate greed, you only believe what you are told. You only defend laws that are old because it's law don't make it right. So now I'm jaded. Friends turn to enemies. All my life I've done what I've been asked. So who is right? The one behind the mask.
We don't face
This movement is speaking up on behalf of animals who can't speak for themselves. This movement is doing something unselfish. It's doing something that other movements have never done, because this movement isn't helping the people within it. It's helping the animals.
Okay, we set out to look for the drift net fleets. We found 6 Japanese squid drift net vessels in an area due north of Hawaii by approximately 1,400 miles. And we filmed them through the night as they were taking in miles and miles of nets, observing birds and dolphins and that in the net.
As far as people being willing to, sacrifice their freedom or even risk their life to do these things, I don't see anything really unusual about that. I mean, pretty much throughout human history, people have made these kind of sacrifices, usually for less noble endeavors like real estate or people's oil wells. So I think that risking your life to protect a species is a much more noble effort.
Inflatable carries 4 police officers armed with machine guns, tear gas bombs, over.
It's policemen. Why are they after you?
We've made it very clear to them that we have no intention of sitting idly by while they carry on with the slaughter of whales. I think that protecting life always takes precedence over property, and it takes precedence over the law.
Sea Shepherd, this is the coastal vessel Ola Ralje. You are under arrest. You are under arrest.
Well, we intend to stop them from going into the ice pack. If that includes having to ram them, yes, we will. Over.
You are still under arrest. Will you please stop your engine?
Wow.
Captain, this is the Sea Shepherd. You stop killing whales.
I'm no different than anybody else. Just made up my mind to do something. Anybody can do it. One person can make a difference. Definitely can make a difference. Together, if there were more of us doing it, we could make some real change for the animals.
Stop the suffering of these animals. These animals are suffering horrible deaths as their bodies are mutilated, their limbs are severed, their skin is burned, they're poisoned to death with these awful substances. And I think that it's incumbent upon us to say, listen, enough is enough. This is not helping humans, and it's causing an immense amount of suffering for animals.
The propaganda that's spewed by industries that exploit animals is just terrific in nature. It is fantastical. Walt Disney couldn't make up a more ghoulish picture of a person than the animal industries have of animal rights activists.
The Animal Liberation Front has never hurt a human or animal ever in any of their actions. So how can they compare this to, people that are flying planes into, buildings? How can they compare saving animals to that?
People can do so much in their everyday lives to boycott animal persecution.
We can all achieve animal liberation in our living rooms, if you like, and in our kitchen, just by taking the money away from these people that are abusing the animals, buy products that aren't of cruelty. If these companies aren't getting the money from us, they'll stop doing what they're doing.
I think anyone who criticises the ALF should ask themselves, what am I doing? If you decide to break the law, it's up to you. But do something. Don't just be upset about it. Get active, make it change, because it will change eventually. The only question is when, and that's up to each and every one of us.
If I could go back in time, I would do the same thing again.
If you're not going to risk your life for what you believe in, then what are you going to risk your life for?
For God's sake, get up, go out, fight, stop it. We've got to stop it.